And this is the core, and we can descend into the core in this unique structure, unlike the other pyramids.
Very deep pit.
The Great Pyramid, the Sphinx, towering monuments to human ambition. Yet even after thousands of years, the Giza Plateau in Egypt still guards secrets beyond our understanding. Recently, researchers uncovered an object buried deep underground, an anomaly that appears in no historical record. Now, we're delving into not only that, but also more mysteries of this iconic plateau, to reveal what the sands have kept hidden for centuries. The lost Labyrinth of Hawara, a forgotten marvel beneath the sands. In 450 BC, a man stood before a massive complex in Egypt and wrote, "If anyone put together the buildings of the Greeks and display of their labors, they would seem lesser in both effort and expense to this labyrinth." 2,000 years later, we're finally discovering he might have been right. And that's just the beginning of the mystery. In the ancient city of Hawara, a sprawling complex of temples, courtyards, and chambers once stood, the very labyrinth that left ancient visitors speechless.
You can still see the individual
I know,
bricks.
I was gonna say, yeah.
This architectural marvel surpassed even the Great Pyramids in its grandeur, with a complexity that defied explanation. The labyrinth was said to contain over 3,000 rooms spread across 2 levels, half above ground, half buried beneath the earth, connected by a dizzying network of passages. Its chambers were said to house every Egyptian deity, every sacred text, and treasures beyond imagination. For centuries, these descriptions seemed too fantastic to be true, known only through the awestruck accounts of ancient historians like Herodotus. But now, thanks to cutting-edge radar technology used in 2008, the truth of Herodotus's words has been confirmed, and the secrets of the labyrinth are finally being revealed. Hidden beneath the sands lay an extensive network of chambers and passages at depths of 26 to 39 feet. The sheer scale was staggering, over 1,000 feet in length and 800 feet in width, dwarfing even the most impressive temples of ancient Egypt. More intriguingly, the entire complex displayed an unusual orientation, tilted 20 to 25 degrees relative to surrounding structures, hinting at an origin potentially thousands of years older than previously thought. These remarkable findings, however, were soon shrouded in controversy. Dr. Zahi Hawass, then head of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities and one of the world's most prominent Egyptologists, intervened. Despite his reputation for groundbreaking archaeological discoveries, Hawass made an unprecedented decision. He ordered the radar scan results withheld from the public, citing national security concerns. This action immediately raised questions among the archaeological community. What had the scans revealed that warranted such secrecy? The mystery deepened as researchers analyzed the data they did have access to. The radar scans had detected a sophisticated network of waterways and chambers beneath the surface, suggesting an advanced hydraulic system that seemed impossible for its time. Ancient texts had long spoken of ceremonial pools and underground waters within the labyrinth, but the complexity revealed by modern technology exceeded all expectations. The system appeared capable of precisely measuring and possibly controlling annual Nile flood levels, hinting at technological capabilities far beyond what we attribute to ancient Egypt. Even more puzzling were the architectural features that emerged from the data. The labyrinth appeared to be a masterwork of security design, with an elaborate maze of false doors and dead ends protecting its deepest chambers. This level of sophisticated engineering suggests the complex was built to guard something of immense value, perhaps ancient knowledge, sacred artifacts, or secrets we can only imagine. But the labyrinth isn't the only ancient Egyptian discovery that challenges our understanding of history. The enigmatic Serapeum of Saqqara, precision and mystery in stone. Beneath the sands of Saqqara lies another impossible feat of engineering, one that makes modern stoneworkers scratch their heads in disbelief. This ancient necropolis near the famous Step Pyramid harbors a subterranean complex of tunnels and chambers known as the Serapeum. Here, a series of massive granite boxes have baffled archaeologists and researchers for over a century.
And it was a carver.
Like a Dremel drill.
Yeah, so I realized it is something like this.
Each box, weighing between 70 and 100 tons and carved from a single block of granite, displays a level of precision and skill that seems to defy explanation. The first thing that strikes visitors to the Serapeum is the sheer size of the boxes. Measuring up to 13 feet in length, 11 feet in width, and 9 feet in height, these monolithic containers are among the largest stone artifacts ever discovered from the ancient world.
Second to last, maybe, sarcophagus is one of the final ones that was put in here.
But it is the precision of their craftsmanship that truly sets them apart. The edges of the boxes are cut with laser-like accuracy, forming perfect 90-degree corners that seem impossible to achieve with the tools and techniques of the time.
This is a little rougher here, but these walls are beautifully smooth.
The surfaces of the boxes are polished to a mirror-like shine, reflecting the light in a way that seems almost otherworldly. Even more puzzling is the question of how these boxes were created. The granite used in their construction is one of the hardest stones on Earth, and the tools typically associated with ancient Egyptian stonework, such as copper chisels and bronze saws, would have been woefully inadequate for the task. Some researchers have suggested that the Egyptians may have possessed more advanced tools, such as iron or even steel, but no evidence of such technology has ever been found. Adding to the mystery of the Serapeum is the fact that the tunnels and chambers that house the boxes show no signs of the traditional lighting methods used by the ancient Egyptians. No soot marks or residue from torches or oil lamps can be found on the walls or ceilings, suggesting that some other form of illumination must have been used. Some researchers have even proposed that the ancient Egyptians may have had access to a form of artificial lighting, such as a primitive electric bulb, although this idea remains highly speculative. If the precision-cut boxes of the Serapeum raise questions, what lies beneath the Giza Plateau shatters all conventional explanations. The mysterious Osiris shaft, echoes of a lost civilization. Here, in the shadow of humanity's most famous monuments, another underground marvel hints at technologies lost to time. Beneath the towering Sphinx and the majestic pyramids of Giza, a narrow passageway descends deep into the earth, leading to a subterranean world of mystery and intrigue. This is the Osiris shaft, a multi-level labyrinth of chambers and tunnels that has captivated the imaginations of researchers and adventurers for decades.
This is looking down into what is the next level of the Osiris shaft.
Measuring over 100 feet in depth, the Osiris shaft stands as a masterwork of ancient Egyptian engineering, offering a tantalizing glimpse into a civilization that may be far older and more advanced than previously believed. As explorers descend into the depths of the Osiris shaft, they are greeted by a series of granite sarcophagi, each more intriguing than the last. These massive stone coffins, some weighing over 30 tons, are adorned with intricate carvings and inscriptions that hint at their sacred purpose. However, it is the unusual features of these sarcophagi that have captured the attention of researchers. Many are coated with strange metallic substances, unlike anything found in other Egyptian tombs.
Some other kind of strange phenomenon occurred here.
Others emit puzzling levels of radiation, hinting at the presence of some unknown energy source. Perhaps most intriguing of all is the fact that the Osiris shaft dates back to around 3,350 BCE, predating the construction of the nearby pyramids by several hundred years. This has led some researchers to speculate that the shaft and its contents may be the work of a lost civilization, one whose technological and scientific achievements far surpassed those of the ancient Egyptians. But it is the lowest level of the Osiris shaft that truly defies explanation.
And this box, it's not cyanite, it's not diorite, it's a stone that is not found in Egypt.
Here, a sophisticated water system has been discovered, one that seems to have been designed to channel and control the flow of water through the subterranean chambers. The precision and complexity of this hydraulic engineering marvel have led some researchers to suggest that it may have served a purpose beyond mere drainage, perhaps even acting as a source of energy or a means of powering some long-forgotten technology. The Osiris shaft plunges into Earth's depths, but some mysteries wear an entirely different blanket: the Mediterranean Sea itself. Lost Mediterranean cities of ancient Egypt, submerged wonders, reveal a forgotten past. Lost cities sleep beneath waves, their stones whispering tales of forgotten glory. In these turquoise waters, two legendary ports, Heraklion and Alexandria, have emerged from the depths of history, revealing the forgotten grandeur of ancient Egypt's maritime power.
They're the secrets of ancient Egypt, which for thousands of years lay submerged beneath the Mediterranean.
These once thriving cities have yielded a treasure trove of artifacts and structures that paint a vivid picture of life in these bustling coastal hubs. Heraklion, known to the ancient Egyptians as Thonis, was a city of legend, mentioned in rare inscriptions and ancient writings.
Lost cities capture our imagination, and they've done that for generations. One of the most celebrated was Heraklion.
Its discovery by underwater archaeologist Frank Goddio in the early 2000s sent shockwaves through the archaeological community. The well-preserved remains of temples, statues, and everyday objects provide an unprecedented glimpse into the daily life and religious practices of this once great city. Similarly, the submerged ruins of Cleopatra's Palace in Alexandria have captured the imagination of historians and the public alike.
The treasures belong to two sunken cities which were thought to be the stuff of myth.
This underwater marvel, located just off the coast of modern-day Alexandria, was once the center of power and culture during the reign of Cleopatra, the last queen of ancient Egypt. The discovery of the palace's remains, including statues, jewelry, and architectural elements, has shed new light on the opulence and sophistication of the Ptolemaic dynasty. These lost cities, often compared to the famed Roman city of Pompeii, offer a unique window into the past. Unlike Pompeii, which was buried by volcanic ash, Heraklion and Alexandria were slowly swallowed by the sea, preserving their secrets for centuries. The underwater environment has protected delicate artifacts and structures from the ravages of time, allowing archaeologists to piece together a more complete picture of life in these ancient metropolises.
Tu as ce petit masque grotesque.
The discoveries at Heraklion and Alexandria also highlight the crucial role that these cities played in the ancient world. Alexandria, in particular, was a vital trade hub, connecting Europe, Asia, and Africa. Its strategic location on the Mediterranean coast made it a center of commerce, culture, and learning. The city was home to the famous Pharos Lighthouse, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and the renowned Great Library, a repository of knowledge that attracted scholars from across the known world. While Mediterranean waves guard sunken treasures, inland waters tell an even stranger tale. The Osirions, hydraulic mysteries, enigmas, etched in stone and water. Deep within the ancient city of Abydos, a structure known as the Osirion has liquid mysteries that modern physics cannot explain. Built with colossal granite blocks weighing up to 100 tons each, this unique L-shaped edifice defies the conventional norms of Egyptian temple architecture. Its stark walls, devoid of the intricate hieroglyphic decorations that adorn most Egyptian monuments, hint at a purpose that goes beyond mere aesthetics. The Osirion's construction itself is a marvel to behold. The granite blocks used in its creation were transported from the distant quarries of Aswan, located over 200 miles away. The logistics involved in moving these massive stones and fitting them together with such precision would have been a monumental challenge, even by today's standards. The absence of inscriptions or artwork on the walls adds to the enigma, leading some researchers to speculate that the Osirion may predate the dynastic period of ancient Egypt.
All right, try this again. Here we are at the Osirion in Abydos, Upper Egypt.
One of the most intriguing aspects of the Osirion is its subterranean location. Situated 15 feet below ground level, the structure's positioning is highly unusual for Egyptian temples. This curious choice of location, coupled with the presence of water erosion patterns on the surrounding limestone, suggests that the Osirion may be far older than initially believed. Some experts have proposed that these erosion marks could only have been caused by a much wetter climate, possibly dating back to the end of the last ice age. While skeptics point to the advanced tooling that would have been necessary to shape and transport such massive granite blocks during this early period, proponents counter that numerous archaeological sites worldwide show evidence of sophisticated stoneworking techniques predating known civilizations. The precision cuts and nearly seamless joints between the massive blocks have led some researchers to suggest that ancient builders may have possessed knowledge of stoneworking methods that remain unknown to us today. But it is the Osirion's hydraulic system that truly sets it apart. Within the structure, water flows continuously, seemingly defying attempts to drain it. Hydrological studies have revealed that the water in the Osirion possesses unique properties, differing significantly from the surrounding groundwater. Its chemical composition and isotopic profile suggest that the source of this water may be an unknown aquifer or even a hidden spring. The water's temperature adds another layer of intrigue. While the surrounding groundwater maintains a consistent temperature of 62.4 degrees Fahrenheit, the water within the Osirion is notably warmer, measuring 74.8 degrees Fahrenheit. This temperature anomaly challenges the laws of thermodynamics, which state that heat cannot spontaneously flow from a colder body to a warmer one. The implications are staggering, hinting at the possibility of an advanced technology or energy source that the ancient Egyptians may have harnessed. The waters of the Osirion whisper secrets of an unknown technology. But off Egypt's coast, the Mediterranean's depths roar with revelations of their own. The Thonis Canopus complex, where Greek and Egyptian cultures collide. Beneath the waters of Abukir Bay, time and tide have preserved something far grander, entire cities frozen in their final moments of glory. These forgotten jewels of Ptolemaic Egypt, Thonis Heraklion and Canopus, reveal a stunning tapestry of a lost world, where once thriving centers of trade, religion, and cultural exchange provide an unparalleled window into the fascinating fusion of Greek and Egyptian civilizations. Under nearly 30 feet of water, using advanced sonar technology and underwater excavation techniques, researchers uncovered more than 64 ancient shipwrecks and over 700 anchors, painting a picture of bustling ports that once dominated Mediterranean trade. The vast temple complexes discovered include the Great Temple of Amun-Gereb, where colossal statues, over 16 feet tall, still stand sentinel after millennia underwater. These temples themselves tell a story of cultural synthesis. Greek-style columns stand alongside Egyptian hieroglyphs, while statues depict Ptolemaic rulers wearing the double crown of Upper and Lower Egypt. Perhaps most remarkable is the discovery of the Grand Canal of Canopus, an ancient waterway that once connected the two cities. This engineering marvel, lined with wealthy villas and religious sanctuaries, served as both a trade route and a processional way during festivals. The canal's banks have yielded countless treasures: gold coins bearing Greek and Egyptian motifs, jewelry combining Hellenic and Egyptian symbolism, and bronze artifacts that speak to the immense wealth that once flowed through these ports. The architecture along the canal reflects this cultural fusion, with Greek-style symposium halls sitting next to traditional Egyptian sanctuaries. The ritual landscape of these cities was equally impressive, showcasing how Greek and Egyptian religious practices merged into unique hybrid forms. Archaeological evidence reveals vast networks of underwater channels and basins specifically designed for the famous Mysteries of Osiris festival, a celebration that incorporated both Egyptian mythology and Greek mystery cult elements. During these celebrations, sacred barges would carry golden shrines through the canals, while thousands of pilgrims gathered along the waterways. Discovered ritual objects, including hundreds of ceramic offerings and miniature boats, detail these elaborate ceremonies in unprecedented ways, revealing inscriptions in both Greek and Egyptian hieroglyphs. The drowned cities paint pictures of maritime might, but Egypt's most provocative mysteries trade water for air. Ancient Egyptian aeronautical mysteries and sacred symbols, enigmas in art and artifact. Hidden in dusty tombs and temple walls, artifacts whisper tales of ancient ambitions that might have reached toward the clouds. Among these enigmatic treasures, two discoveries have ignited the imagination of researchers and adventurers alike: the Saqqara bird and the Abydos glyphs, sparking heated debate about the possibility of advanced aeronautical knowledge in the distant past. The Saqqara bird, a small wooden statuette discovered in 1898 in the tomb of Padi Iman, bears an uncanny resemblance to a modern aircraft. With its sleek, streamlined body and distinctly aerodynamic wings, the 7-inch-long figurine has been hailed by some as evidence of ancient Egyptian flying machines.
With a blinding flash of inspiration, he made a leap of faith and declared the Saqqara bird to be an ancient model glider.
The bird's tail, which seems to feature a vertical stabilizer, further adds to its intriguing appearance. Skeptics have dismissed the Saqqara bird as a mere stylized representation of a falcon, a sacred animal in ancient Egyptian mythology. However, proponents of the aeronautical theory point to the absence of legs and the precise, symmetrical shape of the wings as indications of a more profound purpose. In fact, wind tunnel tests conducted on models of the Saqqara bird have revealed that the design possesses impressive gliding capabilities, lending credence to the idea that it may have served as a template for an actual flying device. Equally perplexing are the Abydos glyphs.
If carefully looked at, one will see that there is an overlaid glyph on top. Glyphs were laid over what was originally there.
A series of hieroglyphs found in the Temple of Seti, the first at Abydos. Among the usual depictions of gods, royalty, and religious ceremonies, a few unusual symbols have caught the attention of researchers. These glyphs bear a striking resemblance to modern aircraft, including helicopters, airplanes, and even submarines. Some have suggested that these curious symbols are the result of ancient Egyptian time travel or even evidence of extraterrestrial visitation. However, a more plausible explanation may lie in the phenomenon of pareidolia, the tendency for the human mind to perceive familiar patterns in random stimuli. It is possible that the aircraft glyphs are simply the result of erosion, damage, or the overlaying of newer hieroglyphs on top of older ones. Yet, the idea of aerial transportation in ancient Egypt is not entirely far-fetched. The civilization's mythology is replete with references to flying boats and celestial barges used by the gods to traverse the skies. Could these myths have been inspired by actual attempts at flight? Possibly, but while birds of wood suggest mastery of the air, the Great Pyramid whispers of something more profound. The possibility that our ancestors harnessed forces modern science is only beginning to understand. The Great Pyramid's true purpose, a marvel of ancient energy engineering. For centuries, this colossal structure's true purpose has remained obscured by the sands of time. Though long considered a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, a growing body of evidence suggests that humanity's most famous monument may have served a far more sophisticated and technologically advanced function, that of an ancient energy system. The theory that the Great Pyramid was designed to harness and distribute energy was first proposed by Edward Kunkel in his 1962 book, Pharaoh's Pump. Kunkel, an electrical engineer, argued that the pyramid's internal chambers and passages were not merely architectural features, but rather components of a complex hydraulic system. His ideas were met with skepticism at the time, but recent research by John Cadman, a marine engineer, has breathed new life into this fascinating hypothesis. Cadman's study of the pyramid's subterranean chamber revealed signs of water erosion and salt deposits, suggesting that the chamber had once been filled with water. This discovery led Cadman to construct a scale model of the pyramid's internal structure, which he used to demonstrate that the system could have functioned as a powerful ram pump.
Exactly what Chris Dunn had written, that there was a pulse that was emanating from that room.
But the true revelation came when Cadman's experiments showed that the pump could generate intense compression waves capable of producing electricity. This groundbreaking finding has led researchers to re-examine the pyramid's unique construction elements with fresh eyes. The outer casing stones, made of highly polished white limestone, would have acted as an insulator, while the inner granite chambers and passages, with their high concentrations of quartz crystals, would have served as excellent conductors. The pyramid's missing capstone, believed by some to have been made of gold, would have completed the circuit, allowing the structure to generate and store an electric charge. But the Great Pyramid was not alone in this ancient energy grid. The mysterious obelisks that dot the Egyptian landscape may have served as colossal energy transmitters, their towering forms acting as antennae to channel and direct the power generated within the pyramid. This theory is supported by the curious carvings found in the Temple of Hathor at Dendera, which depict what appear to be ancient light bulbs, complete with filaments and power cords. These enigmatic reliefs, known as the Dendera lights, show what look like massive bulb-shaped objects with serpentine filaments inside, mounted on DJed pillar-like insulators, leading some researchers to suggest they represent a form of ancient electrical technology. If the Great Pyramid once pulsed with power, its energy secrets find echoes in smaller, equally baffling artifacts. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Researchers discovered an object buried underground in Egypt that no records of exist. During an excavation on the Giza Plateau, they uncovered two massive golden structures, unlike anything previously documented in ancient Egypt. These unique findings are shrouded in mystery, as they are the only structures of their kind ever discovered. Some researchers propose that they could have served as ancient baths, but even this theory remains unproven, with no signs of plumbing or related artifacts nearby. What could these strange, unrecorded structures be? Share your theories in the comments below. Revolutionary metallurgy and mechanical innovation, enigmas in artifact. If those golden structures leave us questioning what lies hidden beneath Egypt's sands, two remarkable artifacts force us to reconsider what its ancient craftsmen could achieve. In a young king's tomb and a forgotten collection, technology and mystery intersect, none more perplexing than Tutankhamun's meteoric iron dagger and the enigmatic schist disc. These masterpieces of craftsmanship and engineering hint at a level of metallurgical and mechanical knowledge that challenges our understanding of the technological capabilities of the time. Tutankhamun's dagger, discovered in 1925 among the resplendent treasures of the young pharaoh's tomb, is a marvel of ancient metallurgy. Forged from iron from a fallen meteorite, the dagger's blade contains high levels of nickel and cobalt, elements that are hallmarks of extraterrestrial origin. But it is the exceptional skill and precision evident in the dagger's creation that truly sets it apart. To work with meteoric iron, which is harder and more brittle than terrestrial iron, would have required a level of temperature control and forging expertise that was previously thought to be beyond the capabilities of Bronze Age civilizations. The ancient Egyptian metalworkers would have needed to carefully heat and cool the metal, repeatedly folding and hammering it to create a blade with the perfect balance of strength and flexibility. This process, known as pattern welding, is a technique that was not thought to have been developed until thousands of years later. Equally intriguing is the schist disc.
So, back to the so-called schist disc. It's called a schist disc.
A stone artifact that bears an uncanny resemblance to a modern mechanical component. Measuring approximately 24 inches in diameter, the disc is made from schist, a layered metamorphic rock known for its tendency to split along flat plains, making it both delicate and challenging to carve with precision. Yet the disc features a series of precise geometric patterns, including slender, curved spokes, radiating from a central hub that seem to defy the limitations of ancient stone-cutting technology. Some researchers have speculated that the schist disc may have been part of a larger, more complex machine, possibly used for irrigation or even energy generation. The disc's resemblance to a turbine or impeller has led to theories that the ancient Egyptians may have harnessed the power of flowing water or steam to drive sophisticated mechanical devices. While these ideas remain speculative, they raise intriguing questions about the true extent of ancient Egyptian engineering prowess. Rising from Giza's ancient bedrock, the Great Sphinx guards secrets that might dwarf even those of meteoric daggers and precise discs. The Sphinx Complex, unveiling a legacy of advanced engineering. Long revered as a symbol of ancient Egypt's mystery and grandeur, recent discoveries suggest this colossal guardian may be far older and more technologically significant than previously believed, part of a sprawling complex that showcases the astonishing engineering capabilities of a bygone era. The traditional dating of the Sphinx to the reign of Pharaoh Khafre around 2500 BCE.
I knew that the Sphinx goes back to 2500 BC, according to the standard Egyptologists.
Has been challenged in recent years by the water erosion hypothesis. Geologist Robert Schoch, after analyzing the weathering patterns on the Sphinx's enclosure walls, has argued that the monument could date back to as early as 5000 BCE, a time when the region experienced a much wetter climate. This theory, if proven true, would radically alter our understanding of the Sphinx's origins and the civilization that created it. But the Sphinx is just one piece of a larger puzzle. Adjacent to the monument lies the Valley Temple of Khafre, a structure that exhibits a level of engineering precision and sophistication that is truly breathtaking. The temple is constructed from enormous limestone blocks, some weighing up to 200 tons, that were transported from quarries miles away and fitted together with laser-like accuracy. The ancient builders achieved such perfection that even today, the joints between these massive blocks remain so tight that not even a thin blade can slip between them. The Valley Temple also features advanced engineering elements such as precise linear tolerances and complex corner joins that seem incongruous with the tools and techniques of the time. This has led some researchers to propose that the temple, and by extension the Sphinx, may have been constructed by a civilization with a far more advanced understanding of mathematics, engineering, and technology than the ancient Egyptians. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.